Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to solve a bank reconciliation statement using the adjusted method. Our goal is to adjust both the balance per bank and the balance per books until they arrive at the same adjusted cash balance. Let's solve the problem step by step. Here is the sample problem to solve. The bank statement for one company shows a balance per bank of 15,907 pesos and 45 cents on April 30, 2015. On this date, the balance of cash per books is 11,589 pesos and 45 cents. Additional information are provided below. First are the deposits in transit. April 30 deposit received by the bank on May 1, which is 2,201 pesos and 40 cents. And next, here are the three outstanding checks. First check is number 453, which is 3,000 pesos. Second one is the check number 457, which is 1,401 pesos and 30 cents. Then the last check is check number 460, which is 1,502 pesos and 70 cents. And here are the errors. One wrote check number 443 for 1,226 pesos, and the bank correctly paid that amount. However, he recorded the check as 1,262 pesos. Now, here the bank memoranda. First, the debit. NSF check from Pedro, which is 425 pesos and 60 cents. And next is debit charge for printing company checks, which is 30 pesos. And last, the credit collection of note receivable for 1,000 plus interest earned of 50 pesos, less bank collection fee of 15 pesos. Before making the bank reconciliation statement, we have to identify the given balances. First, we have two balances. First is bank side and next is book side. On the bank side, we have the unadjusted balance per bank. Then, we have to add the deposit in transit. Then, after that, we have to subtract the outstanding checks until we get the adjusted balance per bank. Then next, in the book side, we have the unadjusted balance per book. We have to add the errors that cause the books to be too low, interest earned, and note receivable. Then you have to subtract the NSF check, which is non-sufficient funds, bank charges, printing charges or charges, then last bank collection fee, until you get the adjusted balance per book. Now we know the two balances, which is bank side and book side, and things need to be put separately. We now are going to make our first bank reconciliation statement step by step. Step 1. Give the heading and the unadjusted balance per bank and book. Here's our heading. The company, which is one company. Our statement, which is bank reconciliation statement. And our date, which is on April 30, 2025. Here's our first bank side. Our unadjusted balance per bank is 15,907,045 cents. In our book side, here's our unadjusted balance per book, which is 11,589 pesos and 45 cents. Step 2. Start with the bank side by adding the deposit in transit. In the bank side, we have to add the unadjusted balance per bank, which is 15,907 pesos and 45 cents. We have to add it with the deposit in transit, which is 2,201 pesos and 40 cents, which is equal to 18,108 pesos and 85 cents. Step 3. Then, subtract the three outstanding checks and you will get the adjusted balance per bank. After you added the deposit in transit, which is already 18,108 pesos and 85 cents, we have to minus it the three outstanding checks, which is 3,000, 1,401 pesos and 30 cents, and 1,502 pesos and 70 cents. All three combined are equal to 5,904,000. And 18,108 pesos and 85 cents plus 5,904 pesos is equals to 12,204 pesos and 85 cents, which is your adjusted balance per bank. Now you already adjusted your balance per bank. Now let's proceed to step 4. Now go to the book side by correcting the company's error and add the corrected check. In the book side, you have the unadjusted balance per book, which is 11,589 pesos and 45 cents. You have to add the error in recording check number 443, which is 1,262 pesos minus 1,226 pesos equal 36. So which means 11,589 pesos and 45 cents plus 36 pesos is equals to 11,625 pesos and 45 cents. Step 5. Next, add the notes receivable. In your notes receivable, you have 1,000 pesos. You already added your error check, which is 11,625 pesos 45 cents so far in total. You have to add it by 1,000, which is equal to 12,625 pesos and 45 cents. Step 6. Next, add the interest earned. You already added the notes receivable, which is 12,625 pesos and 45 cents. Now you have your interest earned, which is alone 50 pesos. So 12,625 pesos and 45 cents plus 50, which is equal to 12,625 and 45 cents. Step 7. Next, minus the NSF, as mentioned before, non-sufficient funds, NSF check. You already added your interest earned, which is alone 50 pesos. So it is equal to 12,675 pesos and 45 cents. Now you have to minus the NSF check, which is 425 pesos and 60 cents. So 12,675 pesos and 45 cents minus 425 pesos and 60 cents, which is equal to 12,249 pesos and 85 cents. Step 8. Minus the printing charge or charges for short. You already minus your NSF check, which is alone 425 pesos and 60 cents, so equal to 12,249 pesos and 85 cents. Now you have your printing charge, which is alone 30 pesos. So 12,249 pesos and 85 cents minus 30 is equals to 12,279 pesos and 85 cents. Step 9. Minus the bank collection fee and you will get the adjusted balance per books. In your printing charge, which is alone 30 pesos, is equal to 12,209 pesos and 85 cents. Now you have to minus your bank collection fee, which is 15 pesos. So 12,219 pesos and 85 cents minus 15 is equals to 12,204 pesos and 85 cents, which is your adjusted balance per books. But we are not done yet. This is your last step. Now you have to compare the balance per bank and balance per books. So in this bank reconciliation statement, in your adjusted balance per bank, which is 12,204 and 85 cents, then your adjusted balance per books, which is your also 12,204 and 85 cents. As you can see, the two balances are matched. That means it's complete. What we did earlier was a draft. Now we are going to finalize our bank reconciliation statement. As you can see, I didn't put anything additional thing there. I only directly put the items from the problem mentioned before, which is unadjusted balance per bank, deposit in transit, outstanding checks. Then we get the adjusted balance per bank. In the book side, we also get the unadjusted balance per book. We have to error in recording check, notes receivable, interest earned, NSF check, printing charge, bank collection fee, then until you get your adjusted balance per book, which is also still balanced. And now, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you like it. Bye.